We are steamrolling ahead with the release of Wicked for Good, and we have a major update to bring today, from new snippets, soundtrack lists, and some new photos. Without further ado, grab your broomsticks, lock up the munchkins, and let's get straight to it. So, Wicked for Good is hitting theatres in 2.5 months, and the excitement everywhere is unreal. With just that short amount of time to go until release, we have some major updates to discuss. So, let's talk the soundtrack. It has finally been revealed. Here is the front cover. I wasn't really sure how they were going to top the first one, but this cover looks great. I like how it's emphasised on Elphaba, because this is still her story, but Glinda's there because it's both their stories, sort of. But because Elphaba's kind of staring at you, it reminds you that this is her story, which I love. It looks fantastic. So, with the release of this cover, we also have the back cover, which has kind of revealed the track listing for the movie. So let's take a read. We've got track number 1, Every Day More Wicked. Then we've got Thank Goodness / I Couldn't Be Happier. Then we have No Place Like Home, which is a unique song for the movie, sung by Elphaba. So we've never heard this before. This is a new unique song. Then the Wicked Witch of the East, which I do want to mention this song because it isn't actually on the Broadway album. It's a song that's featured in the musical, and you have heard it if you've seen the musical, but it's not actually something that was released on the actual album, so it's not very widely known by the general audience. So the fact that they've included it here is great. Then we have Wonderful, then I'm Not That Girl reprise, then As Long As You're Mine, No Good Deed, March of the Witch Hunters, then The Girl in the Bubble, which is another unique song for Glinda. Then we have For Good. Now, one thing I did notice is the finale is absent from this list. Now, this has caused a topic of discussion amongst fans, so I'm curious as to whether or not it is actually going to be there, but after doing some investigating, if you listen to this snippet from the trailer, just give it a listen.
Wizard.
It does sound like that track finale is there. I can just hear it very, very slightly, so I do think it's going to be in the movie. Whether it's going to be merged into For Good or it's going to be more of a back-in sequence, I don't know. Time will tell. But as we're on the subject of the soundtrack, we also have 2 snippets to listen to. So let's take a listen. First up, we have Thank Goodness, which is near the beginning of the movie and is this glossing over the Elphaba threat type of song that is going on, and Glinda's kind of in the forefront of it. So let's take a listen. I mean, it fits right in. It's great to have a snippet so we can kind of hear what it may sound like when it's fully released. But yeah, this sounds brilliant. Then we have Glinda / Ariana's lines from the song For Good, courtesy of the new Mattel doll line. Take a listen.
Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
You know, when this drops, this song For Good, it's going to give us all so many chills, you know. It's like, I'm so nervous about how many chills and goosebumps are going to form just from listening to this song. And it won't just be once, it'll be every time. And then when you see it in the movie, it's going to blow us away, you know. This isn't the first time we've heard the dolls leaking the audio like this. Remember last year when Popular and Defying Gravity snippets were everywhere because the dolls dropped way before the movie? This is kind of what's happening now, so we're probably going to be hearing a little bit more from these dolls as we go into the next couple of months. The soundtrack will be released on November 21st, 2025, on the same day as the movie is released, so they aren't letting you listen to this before the film hits. So yeah. Then we have these new photos. Let's take a look. So the first one is of Nessa Rose in the Munchkinland home that her and her family live in, and she's kind of sat there writing. She's becoming the Wicked Witch of the East here. You know, she's giving off this kind of evil sort of witch vibe, sat there, at least evil in the sense that that's how she's portrayed by everybody in Oz. Then we have Glinda sat on all these books and magazines, basically scorning Elphaba as being the Wicked Witch, and she just looks terrified. So I'm thinking something's happening in this scene. She's obviously coming across somebody, maybe the wizard, maybe she's threatened by something, I don't know. She looks like she's pretty scared. Then we have two soldiers arresting Elphaba. Then we also have another picture of Elphaba who's looking very worried, and this scene looks like from the trailer, you know, when she comes across Fiero and they have that moment, and it's a scene in the Broadway show. I don't want to spoil too much, but they do come across each other, so this looks like that. So what's next here? Well, we're due to see another trailer, which will be hitting soon, and by soon, I mean really soon, as in the next few weeks, so keep your eyes peeled for that. That will just creep up on us, they'll just drop it. And so I'm very excited to see another look at this movie. So yeah, there is another trailer to be released, and I will be covering it here on the channel when it does. Which song are you excited to hear from Wicked for Good the most? Share your thoughts below, and let's start a discussion. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Disney and Oz content. Until next time, remember, if you care to find me, look to the western sky.